Hi and welcome to another video. This one is all about sign language and British Sign Language that I'm teaching my 15-month-old son, who is signing to me more and more words every single day. But yeah, so we're going to cover the signs he knows, why signing... So the sign he knows, why signing is good, how to introduce it, like how to start, when to start, and a little bit about what we do with our signs. So to get things started, these are all of the signs that my baby knows at 15 months, and I'm going to do another video, so keep an eye out, and these are going to be 30 signs to introduce to your baby from any age. These are just the ones that we've started with and the ones that he's picked up. But I'm going to do another video on all of the signs that I'm signing to him and that he is getting slightly. But yeah, so the first sign that he ever knew was milk, and it's just the best sign for him. He is a real milk baby and he feeds all the time. He's breastfed, so he just loves milk, and I think it's just for a cuddle, comfort. He now says, as well as signing, so he actually says booby, so he'll say booby. So that's his little milk sign. The next sign that he learnt was all done. We do this at the end of meals, playing, everything that needs to be done. Another sign is water, which is just 3 fingers, water. That's another sign that he loves. More, again, easy. Eat, bike, loves bikes. Working, so we say daddy's working. Please, which is this, but I accidentally taught it him in American Sign Language, which is this, which is frustrating, and I don't know why I did that. But anyway, so that's please in British Sign Language, and that's thank you in British Sign Language. He's not too confident on thank you. He kind of just, like, he swings his hand around really. And then, because I always say thank you mama, and he'll say mama. So that's him saying thank you with his little hand as well. And bird, this is one of his favourites, and in fact tonight I was feeding him his bottle because he has a bottle before bed, and there's a little tiny picture of a bird on one of the man bottles, and he was doing this, and I was saying, I don't know what you want baby, and he was saying, and then I clocked on a little bird on the bottle. So bad for me for not listening, which is another sign that he knows, to my baby, for showing me, for looking at the bird. So they're all the signs that he knows currently and that he's very confident in and signing all the time. Again, I will throw out a 30 signs that I'm teaching my baby video soon. Why sign language is amazing to teach to babies and all children really, anyone. Why sign language is good. It is really good for when babies aren't yet talking but trying to communicate. So you'll see loads of temper tantrums and frustration in your baby when they're trying to tell you something and they can't get it across because they can't speak. So, and of course, as adults, we all use these type of hands when we're trying to have a conversation, when we're talking. You probably see me doing it a lot. So they need a little language, and this is how I felt that I wanted to introduce it, because I could just see him getting frustrated, and I always knew that I wanted to teach him sign language and baby signs. But when he first started to get frustrated when he was trying to talk is when I really introduced it and kept trying. So the reason why signs are good is it really increases their vocabulary, because although you're signing, you're also speaking. So if you sign, would you like some water, you're also saying water. So they just get the best of both worlds. They get 2, so it increases their vocab. It can really eliminate the tantrums and the frustration, like I said, with teaching them signs, so they can show you and communicate with you what they want, because we all know babies and toddlers, especially toddlers, want everything and want to tell you everything. So it will really help ease the tantrums. And even when he still has tantrums, even when he has a tantrum now, I'll say, baby, what do you need? Use your signs and use your words, tell mummy. And it just reminds him that he'll sign or he'll speak. And that's one way I've really found to help, not eliminate, but reduce his frustration and tantrums is, can you use your signs? And he'll tell me whatever he wants. It's normally milk, because when he's frustrated, he just wants to have milk and comfort and cuddle. It really increases their social skills from now and to the future, because they are constantly signing, constantly talking, and this will just carry on throughout their life. And if you carry it on signing to them as they grow, they'll be able to have sign language as another little language to use with adults that need sign language. So it's a win-win really, and this is what I want. I want him to be able to, I'm rubbish at foreign languages, so I can't teach myself one, but I can teach myself sign language. So it's just giving him another language, which is an amazing, and if he learns it from now, he'll be fluent by like before me. So it's just a increase in social skill, because he can talk to and communicate anyone that uses British Sign Language. It also gives them a comprehension of language, which is just going to help throughout their life when they're going to school, when they're doing English GCSEs. So it's just another little bonus for them as they're growing. It also improves their IQ levels. So how to start is a little bit daunting, especially if you don't know British Sign Language yourself. So the way I started was I learnt 3 signs. I learnt a few signs. I literally learnt milk, water, all done. Oh, I think I learnt more as well. I think I learnt milk, all done, and more, because he didn't have water at this point of his age, and this was before he got to 6 months. So milk, all done, and more. I learnt those, and I introduced them randomly, really randomly. So sometimes I wouldn't do it, sometimes I would sign all day, and it was just, this was when he was 3 months, so it's just getting myself used to signing and using signs, because it's really daunting, and especially like I've teaching them the wrong thing. Like I've taught him please in American Sign Language. I've basically taught him a different language, and that's useless for us. So I know what he's saying, but anyone else that does baby sign is like, is he saying sorry? Like, I don't know what he's saying. So yeah, so introduce them slowly and gradually, just not for your baby, for you, because your baby will pick up like that. Like I'll introduce a new sign and he'll be like, oh, I know it, and I'm like, give me a second, and like he'll sign a word and I'm like, what was that? So introduce them very slowly and very gradually, just so that you learn the actual sign, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. I tried to learn like 30 all at once and I couldn't do it, so I stuck with 3. I would actually, now I do 5 at a time, so I introduce 5 signs to him. Like I'll introduce them as I learn them, but when I did no signs and he didn't know any, I introduced them 5 at a time. So I concentrated on showing him those signs. So I constantly show more, constantly all done, constantly water, constantly eat, and constantly milk. I would sign all of those all the time, and then gradually add in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and it gets easier, trust me. Like I'm no genius, and it gets easier. And like I said, the babies, the toddlers, they pick up on it so quickly, so they'll really get it. They'll really get it as soon as you've started to introduce it. So with the introduction, just don't overwhelm yourself, and the babies will get it, because they're baby geniuses, all of them, and they'll all know it. So that is when to start, why, how to introduce them, and the signs that my baby knows at 15 months. So please comment below if you want any of the signs, or if you want me to show you him signing, or adding a clip of him signing milk, and then you'll be able to see how I communicate to him of how he signs.
Let me have this. Can you show Mummy the sign for milk? Good boy. Can you show Mummy again? What's the sign for milk? Good boy. Would you like some milk? Yeah.
But yeah, so comment down below any signs, any other videos that you'd like to see with British Sign Language, and I'll see you in the next one.